This is Geyer Digital. He has information on the shooting with police officers in Portland, and this is the suspect, and hopefully it doesn't turn into a Brown University shooting situation where different suspects, and yeah, that turned into a giant kerfuffle. Mass leftist burning flags. Yeah, you know, typical behavior, and they're doing this in front of the ICE facility.
So,
But
reporting Immigration's Custom Enforcement and Facility. So this is Geyer reporting right now, currently in front of the Immigration's Custom Enforcement and Facility here in Portland, Oregon, on the South Waterfront. So even after multiple charges and an arrest and countless evidence of the destruction that Mr. Bitgood has caused to Portland.
Remain on the sidewalk or across the street. Everyone must leave this restricted area and may be subject to detention or arrest for failing to depart.
Breaking news out of Portland, Oregon, where 2 officers at the Lloyd Center have just been shot. Now, what's wild to me is as I received that tip, Black Bloc decided to gear up and surround a certain corner. Is it connected knowing that Portland PD has a very minimal police force? So do they know that since all the police are being routed to one location, are they going to do something down here? Portland is an absolute madhouse, and Geyer Digital is getting on the scene. Current scene right now, here on the corner of 16th and Multnomah. Agents are now grouping. Officers shot near the Lloyd Center in downtown Portland, Oregon. Command center is being set up. I was told by officers that they are not willing to make any comment right now.
All right,
Do we know the caliber of the weapon? Do we know what type of weapon was used?
All right, folks. Thank you very much. Good night.
Are we going to shed a tear, Chief Day?
damn it, Geyer. Okay, so I've only talked to Geyer once in a space. I do not have enough information on the guy to give him to talk about who he is, whether or not he's there with good intentions, that sort of thing. I don't know the guy. I've only talked to him once. But seems like a decent guy. Though I thought how he handled that was not exactly professional. But press conference of the officer involved, 72 units dispatched to scene, 2 injured, assailant still at large. Oh yeah, he got reposted by Andy Goo. This is 16th in Multnomah. This is the product of sanctuary cities. We shall see, because it could be the product of Antifa. Now to mute myself and play the video.
Happens. If anybody has any information, any video, we ask that they come forward. And with that, I'm going to pass it off to Mayor Wilson.
Good evening. Days like this, evenings like this, are very emotional. We're grateful for Chief Day. We're grateful for all the officers of the Portland Police Department. We're happy that they show up and they support us in the community health and safety. This is a stark reminder of the dangers of the job. The jobs that our officers go out every day to serve and protect our community, and we're grateful for. We're very concerned for the officers that were shot. We're happy to hear that they are in stable condition.
I've got the volume maxed out, and I'm not getting any of what is being said here.
We'll do our very best tonight to bring this to a safe conclusion. As the information becomes available overnight and wherever we end up in terms of the search and the investigation, we'll be sure to communicate. Was just one of shock. In fact, when I was notified that we had 2 officers shot, the deputy chief called me and I told him, I repeated it, like, did I just hear you say that we had 2 officers shot tonight?
Yeah, that's all I can really get. Did I just hear you say that we had 2 officers shot? Yes, that was what was being said. I don't know his setup. But here's the original that I saw Andy Go post.
And Multnomah.
where agents are now grouping. There has been officers shot near the Lloyd Center in downtown Portland, Oregon. I'm being told this is a very serious situation where you have command centers being set up. I was told by officers that they are not willing to make any comment right now. So we're just going to stay here and pray that any officer involved in this shooting is okay. Guy Digital will remain on scene and continue to update with live coverage. Current scene right now, here on the corner.
Okay, now there was another one. Call to activism. I don't like these people. They're incredibly dishonest. I'm sorry, but you guys are going to have to deal with the top being cut off here. Alright, now to mute myself and play the video.
After officers arrived on scene, 2 officers were struck by gunfire. The officers were brought to a local hospital where they're in stable condition recovering. The suspect is outstanding right now, so we have the area closed off. It's going to be closed off for a while our CERT team's here. We continue to do our investigation. We ask that residents stay in place. While all this happens. If anybody has any information, any video, we ask that they come forward. After officers arrived on scene, 2 officers were struck by gunfire. The officers were brought to a local hospital where they're in stable condition recovering.
This is absolutely ridiculous that no one's got any audio for this, and it actually looked decent. I mean, sound decent. But, oh my god. No one has anything on this. Nobody. Is literally just Guy Digital right here. And Andy Go. Let's see if he knows anything else. 9 years are from reporting Antifa near-fatal attacks driven from my country on October 8th when I spoke to White House representative to the president and his cabinet. Yeah. Oh, wow. Never knew he actually talked to the president. But Andy Go, he has been doing a lot of reporting on these things, which is interesting to me. Like, this has been his bread and butter. I think he was just a regular-ass dude beforehand. Anyways, Antifa militant Freya Michelle Bigot, real name Sean Michael Bitgood, has returned to ICE facility with his comrades. He was charged with felonies over a shooting investigation. Oh, I've heard of this individual.
And countless evidence of the destruction that Mr. Bitgood has caused to Portland and the people that live here in Portland. He is now standing on federal property, illegally in an unlawful assembly, preparing for a riot.
Oh.
So even after multiple charges and an arrest and countless evidence of
mass trans femme Antifa good from Portland, Oregon.
Murdered that unarmed civilian in Minneapolis. To the ICE agent that murdered that unarmed civilian in Minneapolis, we have your face. We have pictures of you. We will get justice for a fallen comrade. Whether it be judicial justice or street justice, depends on whether or not you turn yourself in and admit to your crime. That wasn't self-defense. That was murder. And you know it was murder.
Are you trying to be the Riddler guy?
Don't put it off as self-defense. to the eyes.
Yeah, a lot of us have seen the video, and a lot of us believe that this was 100% self-defense. It's a fidget spinner. I used to use this whenever I was making things out of leather. Mostly holsters, but, you know. Anyways, what's the chance that this is just some random criminal event and it had nothing to do with Antifa? Because that's what everyone's painting this as. Well, turns out that neighborhood isn't exactly nice. So it could just be, you know, run-of-the-mill criminal, nothing to do with Antifa. But we know what we're all thinking here. Which is why it's important to wait until we get a little bit of information out there. Like what I said with the Brown University thing? Yeah. We want to wait until we actually know what we're talking about here. But a lot of people are going to get pissed off at Antifa, and they're going to blame Antifa, and that's going to lead to more Antifa things happening. But of course, there's also the Antifa idea on this. This might embolden some people because they're thinking the same thing too. And that's no bueno. That is not going to turn out well for anyone. So be safe out there, anyone who's actually protesting. Because I don't see things getting any better. Especially with Don Lemon and what he did recently. I mean, that was just disgusting. Why you gotta go into a church and do that shit, man? I mean, why? It's almost as disgusting as one of the Krassesteins deciding to bring his daughter to these protests. Like, what dumbass excuse do you have to do that? Anyways, that being said, I am currently debating as to whether or not I want to go to these protest areas and actually start handing out food. But if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it in style. Meaning, protest ban. Like, share, and subscribe. Donate if you want. Have a good one, guys.